Hello, welcome to Imperial Truth, your source for honest and clear reporting. Here is the news for February 25, 2025.
Republican Representative Andy Ogles of Tennessee has initiated impeachment proceedings against federal judge John Bates. This action follows Bates' ruling that mandated the Trump administration to reinstate health-related websites containing information on gender-affirming care. Ogles contends that Bates' decision failed to consider the moral implications of the information labeling the judge's conduct as crimes and misdemeanors. Despite Republican control of both congressional chambers, achieving the two-thirds Senate majority required for removal appears unlikely. Judge Bates is the second jurist to face such actions recently, following efforts against Judge Paul Engelmayer, who temporarily blocked access for Elon Musk's government efficiency team to U.S. Treasury systems. Legal scholars have criticized these impeachment attempts, viewing them as intimidatory and inappropriate.
Prominent Democratic donors are expressing hesitation in continuing their financial support for the party. This reluctance stems from concerns over the Democratic Party's seemingly lack of direction. The uncertainty has led to a significant reduction in contributions, potentially impacting campaign efforts and resource allocation. Discussions among party officials and donors are ongoing to address these apprehensions and to explore possible adjustments in leadership or strategy.
Recent research indicates that Mars may have once featured extensive oceans and sandy beaches. Data suggests that approximately 3 billion years ago, the red planet possessed bodies of water comparable to Earth's coastlines. These findings are based on geological analysis and satellite imagery. The discovery of ancient shorelines offers insights into Mars's climate past and its potential to have supported life. Understanding the planet's hydrological past could inform future exploration missions and the search for extraterrestrial life. This research contributes to the growing body of evidence that Mars was once a more hospitable environment.
The United States and Ukraine have reached an agreement on a draft deal concerning critical minerals. This accord is pivotal for Kiev's efforts to secure U.S. support amid ongoing tensions with Russia. The agreement emphasizes Ukraine's sovereignty and security but does not include U.S. security guarantees or commitments for continued weapon supplies. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky plans to visit Washington to sign the deal, which could unlock significant mineral wealth for both nations. The agreement includes contributions to a reconstruction investment fund from Ukraine's mineral revenues, aiming to reach $500 billion. European allies have expressed concern that this move might undermine regional security by signaling potential U.S. concessions.
A measles outbreak in rural West Texas has escalated, with 124 reported cases across 7 counties. Additionally, New Mexico has confirmed 9 cases, indicating the spread of the virus beyond state lines. Health officials warn that the outbreak still has a lot of energy and steam behind it, urging the public to take preventive measures. The resurgence of measles, a vaccine-preventable disease, raises concerns about vaccination rates and public health preparedness. Authorities are emphasizing the importance of immunization to curb further transmission. Efforts are underway to contain the outbreak through community outreach and vaccination campaigns.
21 employees of DOGE have resigned in protest of recent cost-cutting directives. The staffers objected to measures they believe would dismantle critical public services, citing ethical concerns. This mass resignation reflects growing unrest within the department over the current administration's approach to government efficiency. The departures come at a time when the department is undergoing significant restructuring under the guidance of Elon Musk. Musk's initiatives have already led to layoffs and buyouts affecting over 95,000 workers, with more cuts anticipated. As the department continues to reduce the workforce and cut programs, there could potentially be more unrest within the organization.
The U.S. House of Representatives, led by Republicans, has advanced President Donald Trump's 2025 tax cut and border security agenda. The vote was narrow at 217 to 215, with no Democrats supporting the measure and 1 Democrat absent. Representative Thomas Massie was the only Republican voting against it. This budget framework includes $4.5 trillion in funding for migrant deportation, border security, energy deregulation, and military spending. House Republicans are seeking $1 trillion in spending cuts over 10 years to finance the agenda. The resolution now moves to the Senate, where further deliberations are expected.
An analysis of the Department of Government Efficiency's DOGE recent contract cancellations indicates that nearly 40% of cuts are expected to yield no financial savings. Despite claims of achieving $9.6 billion in cuts, internal reports suggest that many terminations will result in legal disputes and lost services. Some projects, particularly in infrastructure and cybersecurity, may require renegotiation, potentially increasing future costs. Critics argue that the approach prioritizes optics over actual efficiency, creating long-term risks for government operations. Former DOGE officials warned that some terminated contracts could disrupt essential services. As scrutiny grows, watchdog groups are calling for independent audits to assess the real impact of the cost-cutting measures.
The White House has announced a significant change in its press access policies, stating it will determine which news outlets are permitted to cover President Donald Trump. This shift involves rotating traditional media organizations and incorporating select streaming services, aiming to modernize coverage and reflect evolving media consumption habits. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt emphasized the inclusion of more diverse outlets as the primary goal. However, this move has raised concerns among media experts and free speech advocates, who argue it could infringe upon First Amendment rights by allowing the administration to selectively choose its coverage. The Associated Press has filed a federal lawsuit challenging the limitations imposed on press access, highlighting potential violations of press freedom.
President Donald Trump has unveiled a new immigration initiative, proposing the sale of gold cards to affluent foreigners for $5 million each. These cards would grant holders privileges akin to green card residency status, including a pathway to U.S. citizenship. The administration anticipates that this program could attract up to 1 million investors, potentially generating substantial revenue to reduce the national debt. The Commerce Secretary emphasized that applicants would undergo rigorous vetting to ensure they are exceptional global citizens. This initiative aims to replace the existing EB-5 immigrant investor program, which has faced criticism for inefficiencies and susceptibility to fraud. By targeting high-net-worth individuals, the administration seeks to stimulate economic growth through job creation and increased tax revenues, while offering a streamlined path to citizenship for qualified investors. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. You can also follow us on our other socials, links in the description box below. Thank you again.